We'll see if he gets the breakout started. He does. Oh, Bazarzan gets it.
Oh my! Big hit by Log. Good job by Owen finding that slot, and he's gonna be rewarded with another chance off the stick. How did Katie save that? Here we go. Looking to wheel and deal. He beats Dangles. Coming up through the logo. Around 2, around 3, around 4. In on net. Score!
Maybe he should have just kept taking it, but maybe I'll be proven wrong here. It's a great pass from Squiggles over to Style. It's just getting batted a million times in the net. How did that not go in?
Really boxing off the offensive zone for the Smudge. Now it's a breakaway pass. Buzz, flip it. Look out, he's got an open net. Oh, no!
Chills every time I see that Buzz Flibbit clip. There we go. There's my puck file. What's up, guys? You might notice that there's something irregular about the game tonight. And that would be that it's... Oh, is the stream title wrong? Can someone ping Log or Dead Guy for me? Just in PHL general. Just get them to fix it. Oh, thank you. It's D1 break week, but we have a late game, reschedule game. It's going to be between the Crescent City Cedars and the Halifax Hooks. And some notable storylines going on. The Crescent City Cedars leading their conference. Now, technically on the sheet, they are down 3 points, but that is because the Cedars have not played their games this week. And or their games for this specific day, obviously. So one regulation win would tie them back up, and anything more than a regulation win would get them back at the head of the conference. Although the Whitehorse Whiteouts, the Whiteys coming out with 2 regulation wins last week, putting them up pretty high. Not to mention the Sparks getting a smashing 2-0 night. One of the games being a 7-0, both games shutouts. So some really impressive gameplay going on. I need to make sure that my stream is working. Okay, it is working. Let's go. So yeah, I mean, it's both strong teams. You know, the former champs, obviously with a little bit different of a lineup. We got Grip in net. We have, I believe Espionage Fan is Iguchi, Hijinks, Owl, and Chad. Chad, a 50% player, getting some place time here while he can. We have King Gup, aka Bubba, Doug, and Sleepy. And presumably Dabs, but I mean the Cedars probably one of the most feared teams in D1 right now. Just a lot of talent there. That Smasher, Espionage Fan is Smasher. I'm gonna hold my tongue on that whole topic. Anyways, let's focus on the PHL for right now as we get ready for this puck drop coming off. And both teams getting some strong lineups in there. Excited to see Chad getting some play time. I haven't set up like most. I've barely unpacked. Is the echo bad? Let me know if the echo is bad. I'm sorry, gang. I'll get one of those like microphone shields next time. Don't say your Go Espionage. That man is a fraud and a bum for ditching his team. And speaking of that team, let's see if the Cedars can keep pulling out some nice little wins here, or if the Hooks are gonna have a fighting chance. How did the Hooks do last week? Let's see. Their earlier games, 2 wins, one's a shutout for the other one, the 3-2 game. The previous week last Tuesday for the Cedars versus the Sparks, they had 1 win with a shutout and 1 loss. 0-2 against the Sparks there. So both teams known to keep games pretty close. Unless it is going in their favor, in which case it ramps up a little bit more. It looks like these teams aren't getting ready. I don't know I've been peeking at the chat. I don't really know what's going on. I'm drinking my Renport Pale Ale, sponsored by the Renport Tridebreaker. Can one of you guys like email Can we get like a Logitech sponsor? Everybody's using scroll wheels. They got good scroll wheels. Anybody want to email Logitech? Let's get some sponsorship money in here. Maybe they can pay for my beers. That Renport check does not clear most of the times it gets sent to my inbox, so I gotta start looking for other options, I think. And let's see which 13 we got. We got grip. Let's do some grip back cam. Both the goalies are 13, so I can't monitor the other goalie, I think. You know, Mike, can we get the city of Toronto to sponsor us? Brought to you by the Six God. I tried. Do I have to match the caps? Oh, there we go. You do have to match the caps. The case. Whatever. What's You're saying where is Dabs? Dabs just screamed, I heard a bang, and he's gone. That's a new one. I don't know if Doug is trolling or not. If he's not trolling, hope the guy's alright. It's hard to tell these days. Sincerity is a lost trait. Almost. Yeah, in the meantime, let's pray for Dabs. That guy's been doing a lot of work. He's been helping a lot out with streams, a lot of, D1 organization. Setting up the barn cam, got Puck Watcher going. That guy's a busy guy. Let's see if he has some time on schedule for D1 Puck, though. Some break week Puck. You thought you'd get a break from watching D1 games. I'm running out of stuff to talk about without the game being played. I'll be quite honest with you guys. You guys have been up to like anything fun recently? I know I just like moved recently. That was pretty cool. I got some like unpacking to do. Do you guys do something fun with your day? Let's get the audience involved. Reading. I got a new book. I got Underworld by Don DeLillo because I started the audiobook, but I figured I want to get the physical copy because I read White Noise and it was fantastic. But I just got waived from D1. That kind of sucks pretty bad. Oh, hey, they're saying hi to the camera. That's cute. Lots of drops. I saw Featherith. Big Brubba got dropped from his D3 team, which is pretty egregious. That guy could probably sit in a D2 game and do fine. Who's somebody that got dropped the other day? I think Dumb got dropped as a goalie in D3. How's some drops going on? Who the hell's getting picked up? Dabs is getting black screened, say my sources. Do you guys have a sub? Was that actually true? Dude, the craziest part is like I watched him not get picked in the D3 draft. I got into a pug with Piss Jugman. And he like plays hockey in real life, a very like sensible guy. Hey, where's Mouse? Pick up Mouse. I think he'd be a good asset. I want to see more Piss Jugman on the ice. I'd also like to see more of Katie on the ice. I've played one night so far. You guys can get an e-bus. They said I'm about to e-bust. I have had multiple people in my life say that when they hear me talk, it makes them fall asleep. And I know they don't mean it in a bad way, but it's hard to take it in a vaguely negative way. How long do they have to get till e-subs? I think we're kind of going on the honor system right now. I feel like at this point the game might be forfeit, depending on what rules I remember. But I think these guys want to play puck. I don't I don't know the rulebook well enough to know what's going on here. I'm as lost as most of you are. But don't you love watching Chad deke the puck? He made time in his night. This is one of his 50% nights. Is sitting in the warm-up. Doug says, bruh, ... And it's the lowercase b, so you know it's not a quick chat. That's how you know it's bad. Hashtag pray for Dab's PC. Send your thoughts, your prayers, your wishes of health over their way. And say thumbs down to the Steam backend servers that aren't letting Dabs get on the game so that we can watch some damn puck. This is sad. I also think that because one time we were like almost ready and then Echo said he had to go to the bathroom and then someone on the other team was like, you guys have 2 minutes till you forfeit. So I was like really hoping that Echo went to the bathroom pretty fast so that we didn't have to forfeit the game because of that. So we're kind of in no man's land. Nobody on the hooks has called the game in their favor. I can predict an outcome of them playing out the game, and if it doesn't go well for the hooks, then they can say the whole game shouldn't have counted. I can see that angle. My day is going okay. I kind of slept a bit and played video games instead of doing too much else. But I did go. I went to the bookstore and did some work on my laptop. I'll probably do some unpacking later. I got to shower because I got to go to the office tomorrow. A pretty boring day for Katie. Gonna go try and get some furniture tomorrow. Yeah, I think the VOD's autosave, Grip, but you have to clip it so that it doesn't get like deleted after a week. One time I did like a very involved stream with my friends and I forgot to like save the VOD and it went away after a week, and I still haven't had the nerve to tell my friends that VOD is just gone forever. So there's, I don't know, this isn't my normal setup on stream, so I can't like pull up a random image or like a random game because I don't want to like mess up any of the settings here. So we're kind of just stuck here. Can I go to like a cool screen at all? Let's mess around with some settings here. Yeah, let's get auto in here. This is outdated. I don't know where this came from, but this is on my stream deck. Let's see. This is me. This is my information. Hello. This says Renport Tradebreaker, but I haven't updated any of the files, so it's really just not much going on. There he is. Wait, that was not Dabs, that was Log. Is Owen Auto. They might be the same guy. I don't know, I got excited. People in chat said, "Oh my god, he's here." So I was like, "Yes." And then it was Log, which is fine, but I thought it was going to be somebody else. I thought it was going to be Dab Easy. I do think my prediction for the night will stand. That and you don't have to tell the teams this, but I think that they will wait for Dabs to join or for them to find a backup skater, and they'll play it out, and then I think the Cedars will win at least one game, which will lead the Hooks to calling for the results to be nullified. Is my prediction. Oh, there's Dabs. Wait, all the Hooks are saying GG. What's going on? Oh no, they're saying good. Alright guys, I almost forgot what game we're in. Jesus Christ. Alright, puck is dropped. So we have... Dude, I'm gonna keep thinking Taguchi's Espionage fan. Is that... That's Smasher? Anyways, Doug fighting for it. Smasher on the puck there in the offensive zone. Tries to kill it around Dabs. He does get it through, but Bubba in the way there in his back corner. Has to get around Smasher, and he does. Long stretch pass through the PHL logo. And Owen's there to pick it up. Early shot, but grip dash into the side. Pretty easy save. I think that actually hit the side of the net, but... yeah, Owl wheeling, dealing. Owen sniffing up behind him. Forces the puck off him a little bit, and Doug picks it up. A great forced error for the Cedars. It's going a little bit up and wide, but there's still some pressure here with Bubba behind the net. Bubba's favorite area, just hanging around that net there, whether it be for chirping or for tap-ins or for anything else. For board bouncing behind the net. And he makes it things. A little bit of a mistimed pass there from Smasher to Hijinks. Could have had something there, but just not quite piecing together how they needed to. Yeah, Owen fighting for it off the wall, but loses it to Smasher there. And Smasher's going to try and get it out safely, but blocked. A little chest bump by Bubba there. Sends it back to his teammate Doug. Doug looks for that stretch shot. Hits Grip and bounces up into the side. Pretty nice shot there, but Grip's going to get in the way. As we get a cross pass to Hijinks. A little bit sloppy there. Doesn't quite catch it. But Chad's going to get that. Sends it cross crease. Smasher there. But Sleepy's going to be in the way. Sleepy with an I. The de facto Sleepy these days. Is doing a great job so far. Staying locked in. I believe he was the first picked goalie in D1. Unless I am incorrect. As we get the Hooks. Sending it down ice to Owl. Looking for the shot there. Sleepy dashes perfectly in the way of it. Doug collides with Sleepy a little bit. Could have had a worse outcome there, but thankfully nothing too bad happens to them. As we get Hijinks. Behind enemy lines, picking the puck up, wraps it around Chad. Chad has to fight Doug for it. Keeps the puck, but ends up getting sent out of that O-zone. As we get a board pass, bounce. I just said too many words at once. Anyways, we're going to get Smasher picking that one up. Tries to get a few dekes around, but it's just a little bit too hard out of his range trying to get around Bubba. Owl goes for the pass here. Hijinks out in front, taps it across, but did he see a ghost or perhaps a reflection in his visor that made him think that there was a cross-crease pass there? Chad going for the shot there. That one's going to go in. Believe it or not, Hijinks is going to get the assist for that play. So I guess that pass went through. And Chad in chat saying, "What are you doing, Bubba?" Somewhere else on the play. A little chirping back and forth between the teams. Yeah, rare Chad goal. Usually he just hits it right in the pads. Am I right, guys? As we get Chad, aka Fire Emoji, aka Fur Emoji, aka the Furry. Walking it down slowly down the ice as Hijinks goes for it, but a few Cedars stand in the way. Can't quite send it through the forest. Dabs focusing on that counterattack, tries to get past Hijinks. Owl's going to be there to pick it up. Hits it against the wall to himself. One could say one of his favorite people to pass to. As he gets a little bit of open space, you're going to wheel and deal a little bit. Back and forth, goes for that low, wide shot. Going to go into the pads of Sleepy. Hijinks going for the rebound, but Sleepy there in the way again. And Doug sent it up and across. D-to-D pass to Dabs. There's a little bit of an opening here. Puck's going to drop in front of Bubba there. Not quite getting the contact there. Has to fight Owl for it in the air. And Owl sword fighting with some Cedars back behind his own net. Passed out in front. Doug. Beautiful, beautiful play, but doesn't quite get it in. Owen can't get the tuck, and Doug's probably kicking himself for not getting that one in, but maybe plenty more chances. Does hurt to be down one goal, but, you know, just coming towards the close of the first period, there's plenty of puck to play. We have Bubba sending it back down into the zone. Doesn't have a teammate there to pick it up. That's going to be Chad in his back corner. Going to scoop around Grip in net. Owen closing in. Gets the stretch pass down. Misses hijinks. Doug's gonna pick that one up. See if he can get a quick turnaround here. Sends it down to Owen. Owen looking for options, but loses it to Chad. And Chad doing a pretty good job closing out things on this defense. Showing Bubba how it's done, perhaps, as we get Doug coming to clean up this play. 45 seconds left in the first period. 1-0 so far for the Hooks. And I would still say that I would put the Cedars as my favorites, but there's some undeniable talent on this Hooks team. So you never know how it's gonna go, especially in Puck when it feels like any game could go anyway. 23 seconds left. Sleepy stepping out to get a stretch pass. We'll see. Drop it down in the air. Bubba looks for it, but gonna be caught by some Hooks. Sent out in front. Could be a goal. Bubba almost gets it and fights for it out in front, but Grip keeping his pads down and his stick in the way. As we get Smasher. Sending it down ice to bring the clock down to 0 on that first period. Hooks lead by 1. And the away team look to get back in this game tonight. On a beautiful Thursday evening after a slight delay. In a questionably valid game. One could argue that the result would remain in purgatory due to some of the rules laid out, but if we abide by an honor system, who can really say? Owen is not bald, it just grows in a weird pattern that you don't usually see. Puck dropping off in period 2. Owen, as per usual, winning that face-off for his team. But looking for some options, gets it through hijinks, but Al going to pick it up and quickly going on that counterattack. Has Doug dancing behind him. Doug's head whipping back and forth and does it all on his own. Love it or hate it, but by God, it gets results. Owl dekes it up ice and sends it past Sleepy for a goal. And there you go. Chad saying, "Where's Bubba?" on the back check. A little bit ugly on the defense there. Maybe that long pause before the game make it a little bit harder to keep up with the flow of the game. But this is not the Cedars that I feel like I recognize. Some sloppy plays here, and if you're letting Al deke it through your whole team, you got a free shot on the net. You gotta take a look at what's going on that minimap. Hijinks seeing if he can do his own play there. Dekes it up to Dabs around Doug, but no options there. Hijinks. Maybe he has a plan that I don't know, but so far it seems like he's not really connected with that mini-map on seeing where his teammates are to pass to. Send it out into open space. And the Hooks forming an attack again. Owl hits into the side of the net. Board bounces out. Could have been a cheeky play, but Sleepy doing a good job. Not getting too shaken by this whole situation. 2 goals is nothing. As we get Dabs picking it up off the board. Someone closing in, but able to send it out. But that's going to land right in front of Smasher, and Smasher might see if he can get something done with it. Misses Owl in the pass there, but might wrap around to hijinks so Doug can't get there first, but Doug does. Sends it up to Dabs. Dabs with a light tap into the middle. Bubba ends up coming away with it. Looking for a shot there, but that is very wide. Chad dropping a nice shot in the chat. As we get hijinks picking it up now. Turning it around. Looks like Bubba just got dropped. This is this is not looking great for the Cedars so far. They've had a couple good chances, but I don't think their heads are quite in the game. Not to say they're getting totally dominated by the Hooks, but 2 goals down. You got to start forming some attacks about halfway through the second period, about 30 seconds before we reach that mark. Puck hit into the side of the net. Chad in the corner sends it down behind the net. And Smasher giving up on that play, knows that Doug is going to beat him out, and just decides to rotate back for the team. Doug, a little bit of open space, sends it across to Owen. Bounces off his stick, a little bit hard of a catch. I just saw someone go down on the ice there. It looked like it was Chad. And, almost get these plays going for the Cedars, but a few hard touches, a few missed passes, and it's just not quite coming together for them so far. And, oh, no. That is a bit of a heartbreak. Let's see what happened there. Bounce off the backboards. Owl sent it down the boards. Hijinks in front. Looks like it bounced off a few sticks. Owl jumping up, and Sleepy just not keeping track of the puck there through that mess. And that is going to go in for a 3-goal lead with no answer in favor of the Hooks. Almost an own goal there from Chad. But looks like Grip gets in the way. Chad giving Bubba a hard time in the chat once again. Some Some sporty chitter chatter. And this is a oh, Sleepy laying the body out on Smasher there. Let him know. Get the boys back in the game. Get the vibes back up. Hijinks looks for a shot here, but Bubba knocks off. Bubba doing a little bit of defense. Look at that. Hot damn. It's been a while since I've seen a goalie get a hit like that. Yeah, I know there's like secret evil tech to like knock somebody down somehow, but I never really learned that one because I think I just try and use it too much and get scored on. Hijinks, a nice back pass there. Send the puck out to his teammate. Goes for a shot. Sleepy there to get the pad in the way as the puck gets sent down ice. Owl cutting off the stretch pass though, sends it across ice to Smasher. Smasher has some room here to go for an attack, but fumbles it a bit, and Bubba's going to get in the way. Bubba down 3. Is choosing this time to step up heavily on defense. Gets the puck up to Owen. Owen cuts it back, but can't keep it. Owen having a hard time getting the puck on the stick and staying there. He's getting some targets here, but just not quite getting the connections. Could have been dangerous if the Hijinks picking that puck up there. It's going to go through. Rims it back around the boards to Smasher in the corner. Bubba fighting for it. And it looks like it gets picked up on a rush in there. Dabs in his own corner. Tries to see what options he has to break out of this zone. Been some suffocating offense for quite a bit, and Bubba not able to come away with it in that 1v2. And that's going to be Smasher sending it down ice. Nice little pass to Hijinks, but a little bit awkward on the forehand or backhand. Sleepy stepping out a little bit there to get in the way of the play. There we go. Owen picks up the puck. This could be his chance. Has the breakaway. Goes for the shot. But Grip dashing in the way is going to deny that one for now and keep this scoreless for the Cedars. Got about 20 seconds left in the second period. Hijinks skating up trying to get another. Loses it for a little bit, but ends up getting a shot off. That's going to be wide, though. Sends it back out in front. Sleepy doing a great job keeping up with the play. Could have been dangerous, though, if Smasher got back to the puck. 10 seconds left, and the Cedars must be begging for the puck to get out of the zone. This is just a nightmare. Dabs' game is closed. Might be restarting. Looks like it. As we get a 30-second break as the Cedars trying to figure out what the hell is going wrong here. And as Katie takes another sip of this Renport Pale Ale. The PHL beer. We're still working on different taglines. That's just the working one right now. If you know any local brewing companies that would like to sponsor a first-person hockey game, simulator style, have them email caddysports2@gmail.com for inquiries. As we get the puck dropped in the third period, an early shot, Sleepy getting in the way of that one. Tries to manage the rebound, but just escapes his range a little bit. And Doug whipping that one out of the air. Caddy Sports 1, my friend also has access to the email. So it's like, usually for like matters that pertain just to me, instead of her also getting the email, like you can just send it to Caddy Sports 2. You know how it is. Business and whatnot. Owen chipped it up and cross a beautiful pass out to Bubba. Sees what he can do with it, but just loses it to the defenders. A great find by Owen, but Bubba not quite able to keep up with the play. As Chad pushes up the boards, goes back to Bubba, looks for a pass here, loses the puck though. And just shaky plays coming out of the Cedars. And looks like it's going to continue. Bubba trying to find a pass here, rims it down low to Doug. Doug has Owen out front, sees if he can find him. Rims it back around, and they're touching the puck, but they're not forming plays like they need to. And if you're not feeling that organized in D1 puck when you're down, it's going to be really hard to get yourself back in the game. And, if another minute or so passes by, I feel like all you can really do is just focus on game 2. Bubba with an opening here. Goes for the deke. Grip barely gets in the way. Great save by Grip. A good chance for Bubba. And, he didn't lose the puck or anything. He just went for the deke, and it didn't quite work out. And Smasher on the instant counterattack does find the back of the net with a gorgeous set of dekes. There we go. There's the camera angle. Back and forth past Dabs and Doug. Catches Sleepy dashing, stepping out. And Sleepy loses track of it. Smasher tucks it in behind him. Looks like we have a game pause here. Maybe a technical. I don't know what's going on with this team. Sleepy waving to the camera. He says hi, by the way. I know you can't see my chat like that. Don't look at the score right now. I'm not looking. Shout out to Smasher, the organizer of my KPL team as well. I know we're allowed to do cross promotions. Sorry for burping all the time. It's because it's Renport Pale Ale I'm drinking, obviously. You know what? I'm not sorry. Can you guys hear those? I moved to a different place in Gotham. I did not move out of Gotham. Sorry, I'm getting harassed in the chat. I don't know what's going on. This is stressing me out. I just want to commentate puck so I can go back to unpacking my apartment. They are coming to investigate what's going wrong there. I hear they have their best detectives on the case. It looks like Owen has reported his handles as missing. And they're going to file a report and not follow up in a few weeks. But at least there'll be paperwork about it, you know? I believe there's also a murder on the ice earlier with some of those hits going on, you know? Different crimes. He's 600 ping and our 2 subs are watching the Eagles game. That is true. Well, you know what? Mouse is watching the Eagles game. It's football night. Yeah, Juice, would you hop on Super Mega Baseball? I'm down to play a little bit more. Zoob, I switched to 55 ego instead of 50, and I started getting my ass whooped in the outfield, so I've switched it back to 50. And that's where I'm residing so far. That game's hard. People keep stealing bases on me. Guys, I think I might... No pun intended with the goalies on the screen. I think I'm sleepy right now. Right, Dazzle? What the fuck's going on? Sorry to curse on stream. It's Puck Hockey League 2. The sponsors aren't looking. Mouse in the Twitch chat. You guys have any like funny jokes you've heard lately? Oh, Daps has joined the server. Owl did pause the game, I believe. Hello, Helios. I know it's not showing right now, but I do still... I use some of your assets from your goalie pack still. Well, it looks like the game's going to continue. I know the game just started back up. I'm going to take another sip of my drink real quick. Some good sportsmanship from the Hooks here. Waiting out for Daps to reconnect. Some game issues and his subs are both watching the Eagles play tonight. When do the Ravens play? I usually keep up with them, but I've been busy lately. Bubba's taking it down the ice all by himself. Goes for a shot there. Sends it out in front. Grip doing acrobatics to stop that one from going in. I thought that was for sure a goal. Hey, Juice, you said it, not me. And some good sportsmanship from Sleepy there, saying what a save to Grip. They were sharing a moment in during the pause time, but with a nicely timed board bounce there to keep it for himself. As a few Hooks chasing after him, tries to send it to Owen, doesn't quite form that connection. Owen's still waiting on that police car to show up, cannot handle it off the boards there. As Bubba tries to send it back to Owen. Might have a passing option there. A little bit of people on the way though. Hijinks gets the stick down, and that is going to be a breakaway for Smasher unless Sleepy can get to it. But going to go just a little bit past the net so the defenders have time to show up. And Smasher going to handle it, try and keep the possession going, but loses it for now. That's going to get sent into no man's land. And Owl picks it up. D2D pass Chad. off the wall. Sends it across the BHL Pro logo to Hijinks. Hijinks cross crease, looking for Smasher there. Doesn't quite get the pass off, though. I guess the pass goes off. Didn't catch the pass. Yeah, Sleepy's keeping the vibes great. It's a coin flip. If I was down 0-4, I would probably just be threatening people's lives. It looks like Zadizzle's in the lobby now. Got Bubba going for a shot there. Bubba gets the goal. Hell of a way to get back in the game, Bubba. Finds an opening there. Gets it around Chad, I believe. Oh, Owen gets it through Chad. And Bubba tucks it in wide, right above Grip's pads. Sorry, someone said Chris Paul in chat, so I started reading Chris. Beautiful, beautiful play by Bubba. Great pass by Owen. And, oh, look at that. Sleepy stoic in the net. Faces a shot from Al. Doesn't have to move for it, so he doesn't. And minute 18 left in this third period of the first game, and it's not looking great for the Cedars, and I bet they wish that some of their subs weren't watching the Eagles game going on right now, but either way, the fact that Bubba scored means that there's still hope for game 2. Sleepy's gonna go, like, drink a Red Bull and chew a protein bar. Bubba's gonna score here. Oh, I thought he would. Chad's going to pick it up behind the net. Has Bubba chasing after him. Both these guys have been dueling it out in the chat box and on the ice the whole night. And looks like Chad coming away with it for now. Sends it down ice to Doug, who cuts off that pass. Smasher not able to get anything from it. Doug sends it straight down, but Chad demolishing Bubba in front of the net. And that is a rivalry you'd want to look out for all season, to be quite honest. It's quite entertaining. Some live wires, those two, as we get to 20 seconds left in the third period. Owen tries to get around Chad, successfully does, but can't thread it through those two defenders. And that pass is going to get intercepted. Sleepy picking it up, 10 seconds left. Sends it down to Bubba. Bubba, defenders closing in here. Last few seconds to get anything done, trying to get some points on the board. But that's looking like it's going to be GG. Game 1. Babs, I got you. I'll even look at the scoreboard. Sorry about the goals that went in your computer. That's pretty rough. Now let's see if they start rolling in the vote starts, if they want a little bit of a break. Chad's done a pretty good job there. Played some good defense, talked some good shit. Got some good hits in. Got a goal. You know what? Not too shabby. By the French Canadian there. And there are the vote starts. Looks like the puck's going to drop for game 2 of the night. First one going about 4-1 in favor of the Hooks, and the Cedars seeing if they can, technically, if they get a regulation win here, they still tie for head of their conference. So they have that to look forward to. This being a cross-conference matchup. Pretty sure, at least. If I'm wrong, just like shoot me or something. Owl finds the through pass to Smasher. Smasher sends it into the corner for Jinx. Not many other options there. That's going to get rimmed around through Doug and through Smasher. Doug getting the counterplay going. Sends lightly across. Owen tries to catch it. Rolls over his stick, though. Owen having a hard time tonight. He's had a couple good passes, but I'm just not looking like the wonder boy that he so frequently is. And, I hope he's eating good. I hope he's drinking enough water. And we'll get our gut back in the game for sure. Get Chad in the open ice through the center. Dab's gonna cut him off there. Bubba getting some chirps in, and Owen looking for the break here. Has a few defenders in the way. Finds the Deeks, goes for the shot. Good shot, but Grip get the pads in the way. Shot's not high enough to get over those, so it's an easy pad save for Grip there. Owen cuts off the pass, goes for another shot here. Almost snipes the top corner he's fighting for. Like, you can hear me talking shit about him. He's still quite good at the game. It's just, getting results is hard sometimes. Hijinks has the puck off the boards. Has one deep pass, but it's looking pretty covered so far. Tries to get it through. Smasher not able to receive it as he wanted. And Dab's going to try and fight that to get it sent into center ice. Picks it up off of Chad. Cuts it back. Beautiful play. Sends it cross ice. And it's going to be, I think, Doug that picks it up, sends it out in front. A battle in the air. Now it's going to get sent back on the boards. Dabs tries to fight for it, but Chad ends up coming away with it as Doug tries to catch up with the play, forces the turnover there. That one's going to miss a few skaters, going to get sent straight to the goalie as Grip sends it back across the ice. I'm so sorry, I forgot that I can't. It's PHL 2. Can we say like a few swear words? Chad sending it down the boards. Do you hear how people talk in pugs? Everybody can go in pugs. People talk crazy in there. As we get the puck sent up on the boards to Owen. Owen looking for another chance here, trying to keep his team in the game. It's still 0-0 in the first, about halfway through the period. Goes for that cross crease. Dabs out there in the way, sends it into the neutral zone. Maybe trying to get a safe playoff, but Smasher's there to cut it off before Owen can get to it. Goes for a chance there, gets batted out of the air. Great play by the Cedars defensively, but not going to keep it for the counterattack. Chad's going to get it there and send it down to Owl. Owl send it down the boards into the corner to Smasher. Smasher tries to get out before Dabs gets to him. Sends a drop, but Sleepy in the way. And a little bit of a stick post interaction pushes Sleepy back out of the way, but no need to worry for right now as the puck doesn't go on him. Sent back across, sent out in front to Jinx. Jinx bounces off his stick when he tries to receive that pass. Could have been super dangerous, but the Cedars thanking their lucky stars that didn't go any worse for them. Oh, in an awkward spot, tries to catch the puck, but it's zooming kind of at his feet. Trying to, it's hard, forehand, backhand, how you're supposed to catch it. It just happens sometimes. It's an awkward game. Owl sends it up high, maybe trying to beat Smasher there, but Dabs holding them off. Gets sent on the boards to Chad, I believe, but gets cut off by the Cedars. Owen in a 2-on-1 here, just has to get it past Owl and into the net. Tries to go for it, but Owl in the way and Grip getting the stick on it. Rim to download. Owen tries to pass out front. Does get Doug there. Doug sends it just a little bit high. Thank you, Juice. I think I get away with a good amount. I already get away with a good amount. Last season I wasn't even supposed to have the frog on broadcast. As we get the puck sent down behind the Cedars net. 45 seconds left in the first period of Game 2. Game 1, as previously mentioned, going in the way of the Hooks 4-1. I want some nice deeks here. Maybe the police did find his handles. Maybe abandoned the alleyway somewhere. Goes for the shot, but Bubba not able to connect with the net. Gets cut off by a few defenders. Owen out in front, gets the shot, elevates it too, but Grip getting the body in the way. Great positioning from the French-Canadian goalie here. As Jinx handles it behind his own net. Owen closing in. But it's going to be a safe D2D pass to Chad. Chad sends it up to Smasher. Smasher can't quite catch it. It's going to go to Dabs behind his net. A little bit of back and forth here, feeling each other out as the period comes to a close. 5 seconds left, final attack for the Cedars. Dabs sends it up high, but not quite going to meet his target. And we are still 0-0 in Game 2 of the night. And like I said, you're really hoping for a regulation win here if you're the Cedars, keeping yourself tied for the top of the conference. I keep trying to say division. It's not a division. The conference to keep up with the Whiteys, who had a great set of games their last game night. Gonna have 2 regulation wins, I believe. I think they were against my team, which isn't very exciting for me to announce, but it is what it is. Go Orbit. Owen just so consistently winning these face-offs. That's actually true, Juice. He doesn't always get something done with it. In Pugs, it happens a lot where he'll just bring it up and there's no defender there, so he gets a free breakaway. But people do play defense a little bit tighter in these league games. Sleepy. Great job dashing and getting the body in the way of that shot. And Bubba intercepting that pass in the air. Doug just trying to fight it to get out of his zone. Owen's cutting back here, sees if he can catch it. Gets past Chad, goes for the shot, but hits the side of the net. Has the chance out front. Sends it to Bubba. Bubba not quite in position to receive the pass the way it was sent. And that's going to be the puck in Owl's hands. Taking past Owen, trying to get it past Dabs again. Doing it all on his own, but just hands the puck over to Doug. Tries to get a play of his own going. Sends it down and across. Owen picks it up. Tries to get around the defender, and he does. Goes for the shot, but just wide left. Oh, he's so close so many times tonight. Sleepy with a bombastic play here. A little bit risky sending it out. But, it ends up working out. Owen with another chance. Owen just begging for a goal. He's chipping away. He's like that guy in the meme. Like the pickaxe, like the young guy that's like picking away at the walls and like the older guy walking away. Like the diamonds. You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, keep gambling on one of these. One of them will go in sooner or later. Doug just doing a fantastic job of targeting Owen down there. Knows that he's pretty hot right now. And, you know, the Cedars really fighting in this game. I would say, honestly, based on the chances, I would be rooting for the Cedars to win this one. We'll see if it can, dreams really can come true. Hopefully no Caster's Curse here as Dabs wins it off the 50. Sends it across to his teammate, but Owl's there to cut it off. Grip doing a little Z-wiggle out of the net there to pick up the puck. Doug curls around in his own zone. Some beautiful skating, beautiful dekes there. Jinx catching up to him. Dekes back, looks for the shot, sends it low. Trying to play for the rebound there, but the Cedar are not able to capitalize on that as Dab strips it off of Hijinks, doing a great job on defense despite all of his technical difficulties tonight. And just tries to keep things going for his team, you know? You're trying to be the team that goes up first. It's a great place to be, and especially in a game that can be low scoring so many times, but you know, we'll just have to wait and see. You never really know what's going to happen. There's a lot of chance in this game as Owl goes from some fancy dekes that loses it, but gets it to Hijinks. Hijinks sends it back to Owl. That's a beautiful passing play to get it past Sleepy to go up 1 goal in this game too. Look at that. Lose the puck, or maybe not lose the puck. Gets the pass to Hijinks, sends it back wide. And just, I thought Doug stripped it off him, but it looks like he got that pass off. You know what? Credit where credit's due. Great play from the Hooks there. They earned that goal lead. Owen goes for the shot there. Grip. There's a weird angle from the camera, but you got his stick on it, so I'm going to call that impressive. I'm going to call that a 6 save. And the Hooks maybe slowing down the game a little bit now that they're up 1. 2 minutes left in the second. Cross crease. Chad just ripping a shot off, though. He doesn't want to slow down. He wants to get another. He wants to secure that lead as the puck's sent across the ice. Owl going to pick it up. Sends it down. Dabs. Beautiful play. Stopping Hijinks from getting the puck there. Would have been very dangerous. And Doug there to clean it up after. Whips around and sends it down ice to Bubba. Bubba sends it back. A little bit of an awkward play, but Dabs is there to pick it up nonetheless. Sends it to Doug. Doug has some open space before the defenders come crashing in on him. Swings back around in the neutral zone. Powell applying those clamps a little bit, but Doug keeping it. Just not really getting it where he needs to. And there he goes, sends it down. Owen has the pass out front, sees if he can get it. Has to fight a few hooks for it, though, and doesn't quite get the chance that he needs. 1 minute left in the second period. Feels like I've been streaming all night because of these delays, but it's okay. It's okay. Beautiful block by Bubba there. But Jinx is going to pick it up again regardless. Sends it down wide to Chad, but not in a very efficient way. Didn't let the defenders catch up a little bit. Doug sends it across the Dabs. A nice little off the boards pass there. Dabs chips it up and over, looking for Owen there. Owen has it, but Chad battling the whole time, stopping that chance from going through. Clamping Owen like he's Bagel. That's doing a demonic job there. Jinx cutting off the pass there. Jinx doing a great job on defense and gets some good offensive plays going. Had that beautiful pass earlier with Owl. And the Cedars have to really dial in here. They're keeping it closer than last game. It's got to be promising, but you got to score again. Finally, some bodies crash into Owl, loses the puck for him. And we got Bubba running it across, sends it to Dabs. Not tape to tape, but Dabs does get it off the wall, sends it across, but Grip able to dash in the way to close out that second period. And 1 period left for the Cedars to get themselves back in this game. If they want to tie for the lead in the conference, they'd have to get 2 goals in this third period, but I think right now they're just trying to win in general. It's a tough night, you know. They've had better days. I'm sure they'll have better days in the future, but let's see how they respond in these times of trouble and see what they can get done. Who's surprised? Owen with the puck off the face-off. Looks for an early chance here. Goes for the shot. Grip going to whip it out of the air with the stick. And Smasher picks up in his own zone. Stops those attackers from getting too much further. A little battle on the boards there. Owl got to come over with it. Dab is crushing in on him. Owl rims it around to Smasher. Smasher doesn't quite get it, but Chad's there. Sends it out in front, but going to bounce out to Owen there. And Bubba streaking down ice. Maybe a few other options there. Bubba drawing in some attention to let Owen get some space here to get his dekes off. Goes for the pass across to Bubba, but gets cut off. That was a beautiful play too. But not a play that comes to a happy conclusion for the Cedars, as the Hooks are holding it to 0 goals so far. And last game only letting in 1 as opposed to their 4, so let's see if that trend continues or if the Cedars can get themselves back into it. Bubba picks up out of the air. I thought that was going straight in from this angle, to be honest. But that one's going to go wide. But looks for the pass there. Sends it back around. Not the exact angle he wanted to. The corner's a bit awkward. But Al's going to have it now. And you know he's ragging the puck. Up 1 goal in the third. He's going to take his sweet time with it and rip it down in front of the crease. Doesn't get the pass though. Owen sends it down to Bubba. Bubba gets the stick on it, but not a confident catch. Trying to fight for it to get it to any teammate of his, but it looks like that's going to get turned over until Dabs picks up in the neutral zone. And a light, just quick shot at the net. Going to get knocked aside. Doug with a quick turnaround shot there. Sends it out in front. Bubba. And oh my goodness, Chad saving Grip's behind by sending that one out. I thought that was a goal for sure. And a quick counterattack from Jinx gets around Sleepy. No, a defensive collapse. As looks like Dabs pinches in on that chance, trying to last-ditch effort, but Jinx comes away with it. And does a great job of deking it just around Sleepy's body and tucks it right over the pads. Beautiful goal. A lot harder than it looks. And 3 minutes for the Cedars to score 2 goals if they want to stay in this game. Dabs sends it across. Doesn't quite meet Bubba there. Bubba has Doug behind. And someone across. Looks like it's Dabs. Dabs cuts it back. Goes for the shot. On wide. Bubba out front. And Grip doing a great job of hugging that post. Not allowing that tuck in on the corner. But the Cedars are relentless. They keep going for it. They're not out of this game yet. They're still fighting. And it looks like Chad's going to win that race to the puck there. Sends it up ice to Smasher. Doug trying to cut Smasher off. Almost gets it, but a little bit of an awkward touch there. Means Smasher comes away with it at the end. A few dekes around the defenders, but Doug's going to knock it off him into the neutral zone. Jinx with a high shot dropping down, but that's going to be above the net. Sleepy not worried about that one. And Owen there first, sends it to Bubba. 1-on-1 here, trying to get around to Owl. Has Owen as a passing option, looks for it, but sends it just a bit too deep as Jinx is going to pick that one up. 2 minutes left in the third period. And things are looking dire for the Cedars. You know, one of the most dominant teams in the league right now. But, you know, even the most dominant teams can have a hard night. It can happen to anybody. Especially if you're dealing with a lot of things on the side, I can imagine. But we have Doug here, not quite out of the game yet. Like I said, tries to send it out in front, ends up hitting the side of the net. Chad's going to pick it up behind. Sends it out in front. Could be dangerous. Grip stepping out, but Chad doing a fantastic job on defense. Saved Grip before with the puck behind him on the open crease, and Chad just always finding ways to be in the way. Smasher passes up front. Almost meets Jinx there for a great pass. Not quite connecting, though. Jeez, it's real rough for them. Dabs doing a good job there stopping the puck from going straight into the slot. Does it back. Doug picks it up here. 1 minute left. Sends it down. Owen trying to pick it up. It goes perfectly around him. Oh, that's so infuriating if you're down a goal. Especially if you're down 2. As we get Owl. Bubba tries to knock him out with the board bounce, but it's hard to board bounce a board bouncer. Owl doing what he does. Deegan open space, goes for the long shot. Sleepy, a little horizontal jump, lateral jump, I guess, to get in the way of that puck. Also harder than it looks. A great play from him. It's just tragic that circumstances have led the scoreline this way. And you know, even the first overall goal he picked can have a bad day. So he's doing a great job though. They're standing so far out of the crease, stepping up and still gets the stick in the way. Defending no matter where he is on the ice, sends it across to Owen. Owen goes for a shot or a pass, but no, he doesn't get either. Bubba a little bit too close. Out of that back door. Motor in the middle of the slot there, and 8 seconds left. Smasher has it. Sleepy blocks it. Even though, again, he's just so far out of the crease, but that is going to be 2 regulation victories for the Hooks. Sleepy still did a great job at the end. It's just, you know, I felt like the whole team wasn't really connected on the plays that they had to, and the Hooks really capitalized on that. So great job by the Hooks keeping themselves, propelling themselves upwards in the division. And you hate to see it happen like that, but you know, yeah, like CP said, great goaltending out of Group. Group had some very like dynamic saves, you know, some just regular solid ones covering the post, but he was moving around quite a bit too. It seems like those quality chances kind of got directed at Sleepy a lot more than they did at Grip, especially those open breaks. When that's happening, you know, it's hard to keep yourself locked in. Thank you, Juice. I'm probably gonna end the stream because I'm quite tired and I want to do other things like unpack. So I will bid you all adieu. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching the VOD, thank you for watching through a VOD. It takes a certain kind of person to do that. And you know what? Good night and good puck. Hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful day. Or night, I guess. Bye.